Welcome to week 6 of the BDE Sports Talk Podcast Pickem Show. I'm your host, Bill, along with co-host Dean and Eddie. Fellas, how's it going tonight?
Doing good.
Heck yeah, man, doing awesome. What's up with you? How you
Great.
doing?
I'm doing all
How
right.
you doing?
Hopefully it'll be better than last week. So let's just get into the old brass tacks here, huh?
Oh, here we go.
Money line records I was 15-5 last week. Dean was 19-1, 19-3. Eddie and I are 72-21, tied at 77.4%. Dean is 77-17. He's over 80%, 81.9. Against the spread, against the spread, against the spread, I was terrible. I went 5-1, which puts me at 44, 42-3. I'm now down to 39.4%. I also had the least amount of points with 28 for our competition, which puts me at 171. Eddie was 8-11-1 against the spread or over under. I put him at 38, 47-4, and that's 42.7%. And then Dean went 11-8-1. He had himself a good week. He's now 40.
Shoosh.
He's now 47, 40-3 at 52.2%. Eddie had 37 points. He's up to 161. And Dean is now in the lead. He had 46 points for 186 points. So, Dean, good week. Way to use
follow
that
your
gut.
heart, gentlemen. Just follow your heart.
Follow your heart. Follow your gut. So
let's get on to the picks, man. Come on. Tired of hearing this guy.
Froze.
What's that? Sorry, I
have
a
it froze on me.
Oh,
it keeps
you look like you're about to pass out. He's just like all right, well let's get into it. New week. You guys like these games or no?
I mean, I like the games.
Yeah.
I like the games.
Okay.
That's the thing about getting in the middle of the season, conference play, all that stuff. It's obviously gets tougher to pick, or in some cases, seemingly easier. You know, when you play some of the lower parts of the conferences, but you know, a lot of these teams are all. You have the top 2 in each conference or whoever. Then everybody else is just kind of beating each other up. So, I like the games. I'm looking forward to watching them. But
yeah,
they get harder to pick. You're muted there, big dog.
I was like, am I going crazy
muted
right now?
Doing a little miming action for the people.
I was like, oh man, I got froze again.
I was just saying, it looks like it's gonna be. I like the card. I'm not as confident as I was, but the first couple weeks is always the easiest. I feel like, and then you start getting into these. So,
yeah, these are tough.
All right. Well, let's get going. First game on the docket this week is Nebraska 2-3 at Illinois 2-3. Spread is -3.5. Illinois over under is 43. I'm just gonna give you my notes real quick and just let you know I wrote what a stinker of a game this is. Illinois getting blown out by Purdue wasn't great. Nebraska, I mean, they did what they could against Michigan. I'm actually going to go with Nebraska to win, which means they would cover. So, win and cover. Eddie.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth on this game. It's a stinker for sure. I said this about Illinois' game last week. They hadn't covered. I'm going to take them to cover. I'm going to take them to win. They're at home. They both looked really bad last week. I know a different competition between Purdue and Michigan, but I'm going to go with Illinois to get their first cover of the year at home.
I'll have to respectfully disagree with that. I personally,
dumb.
I think Nebraska is the better team, even though Illinois has won the last 3 matchups that they've played each other. But I think that makes Nebraska due for a win. So I'm taking Nebraska to win and obviously cover.
All right. There you go, Eddie. That's how you make up points. Just need Illinois to win.
You said that
True.
before when I've had my worst weeks. Actually, every time I hear you say it,
like,
I have the
shut
worst.
your mouth.
I do the worst.
Keep it to yourself, guy.
That's fair. That's fair. Next up, we got Maryland 5-0, Battle of Unbeatens. Maryland 5-0 at number 4 Ohio State. It was 4-0. Ohio State is a heavy favorite at -20, over under 57. Eddie, who you got?
Yeah, it's not crazy to see. At first, you're taken aback by the big spread, but it's not crazy to see OSU up on that. Maryland hasn't really been that impressive yet, still. And I said that even before the Michigan State game. But that being said, I mean, they're playing well in general. I have OSU winning. I have Maryland covering.
Dean?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Maryland really hasn't played anybody good yet, but I think it'll be a closer game than what the spread might say. So I also picked Ohio State to win and Maryland to cover.
Premium bet. I also have Ohio State winning, Maryland to cover. Maryland plays well in the second half. They've outscored opponents this year 94-20. So it's also a noon kickoff, which I think kind of works out in the favor for Maryland as well. I think I don't know if it's going to be much much closer than 14, but I assume Maryland will. They seem to adjust pretty well. So yeah, premium bet number 1, Ohio State to win, Maryland to cover. Next up, we have Rutgers 4-1 at Wisconsin 3-1. Wisconsin's a 13-point favorite, -13, over under 44. Dean, we'll start with you this time.
Yeah, I kind of had a tough time with this one because they both had one loss to not necessarily like the worst teams. Both their offenses have put up numbers so far. I mean, if you look at the scoreboards, I mean, I don't know if that's all offense. I mean, there could be some. I don't watch a lot of Wisconsin or Rutgers games, so it could be. But it seems like both offenses click a little bit. So I went with Wisconsin to win because they're at home, and I took the over on that one.
Ooh, the over, huh?
Yeah.
All right. You went over 44. I took Wisconsin to win and Rutgers to cover. Rutgers is 4-0-1 against the spread this season. They can play some football. Michigan, I keep referring back to Michigan because that's the games that I've really watched. Michigan's defense is very good. So they've played pretty well outside performance. I know it hasn't been against great competition. Something about Wisconsin tells me that they're just going to have a tough time with Rutgers defense for whatever reason that is. I don't know why I feel that way, but 4-0-1 against the spread. I'm going to take the trend to continue. Wisconsin to win, Rutgers to cover.
Yeah, man, I agree with that. I made that same pick. To me, I have the only difference I would say is I have Rutgers at 4-1 against the spread. Because if you don't cover, whether it's a bust, you still didn't cover. I used to have the 0-1s or the ties, but I'm like, for betting, I know if you tie, it doesn't count against you. But
yeah,
I want them to cover.
Well,
if you don't cover, you don't cover.
Hey,
So
I'll
that's a
take a push
personal
over a
thing.
loss though.
I would rather
I'll
take
take
a
that
loss.
money back.
Give me the loss.
Give me that
Ties are Gen Z things, man. Protect your feelings with the tie, but it's a loss. No, I had the same thing. Michigan's defense is a lot tougher than Wisconsin. That's the only time they didn't cover. So I like Rutgers to cover Wisconsin winning that game.
Next up, just a straight pick 'em because we won't have the line. Howard 1 and 2 at Northwestern, 2 and 3. I took Northwestern.
Yeah, I think this might be a premium pick because I also took Northwestern.
This
least
is how
they
you make
should
up
win.
points, my man.
Oh, jeez.
No, there's no way. You got to take Northwestern.
It's a bold choice.
Okay, so we can move on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it
I
a premium bet, but
yeah, I mean it's probably gonna
We
be
did
like
all pick
minus
Northwestern.
10,000.
We did
Yeah.
all pick them.
Next up, Purdue 2 and 3. Oh yeah, premium bet.
I mean, you could throw them into a big parlay. Like, that'd be all right.
Yeah.
Other than that, that'd be dumb to just put the money line on Northwestern. You have to bet a lot of money to get a little.
Next up, Purdue 2 and 3 at Iowa 4 and 1. Iowa minus 2.5 over under 39. I wasn't real sure who to go with. Obviously, I think the line obviously is bigger if Cade McNamara was playing. Iowa has been under 60%. Has been under 60% this season. 6% of their games. I just word jumbled that. I was like, the Iowa has been under in 60% of their games this year. Sorry. Purdue 2 and 3 against the spread. Iowa 2 and 1. I don't really know how to go about that. I'll just take Iowa at home to win and cover. So, Dean.
Yeah, I agree. Like you said, if McNamara was playing, it would probably be a higher spread. So, but since he's not, I picked Iowa to win and cover as well. Even though I think it might be. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if Purdue pulled it out. To be honest.
Yeah, Purdue pulled it out, and you were never born. That would be cover, baby. I will take. This is how you make up points. I got Purdue with the auto cover based on their win. I mean, Cade's out for the season. I mean, I watched that offense, and that was pretty bad. They wanted Michigan State to win, it looked like. Michigan State just wanted them to win more. And so I think Purdue's going to try and actively win the game. And so I feel like they're going to win. But it is tough to go into Iowa and win. So, I mean, that was another tough one. Like I said, I mean, we get into the middle of this middle tier conferences, and it's like,
especially with teams that you think might be fake good. You know what I mean? Like they have a solid record, but are they really that good? You know what I mean?
oh, we know Iowa's not that good.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're one of the fake teams. Yeah.
All right. Well, next up we have number 2 Michigan 5 and 0 at Minnesota 3 and 2. Minnesota's an 18-point underdog at plus 18 over under 46. Dean, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean Minnesota lost to North Carolina by 18 last week, and I think Michigan is a little better than North Carolina in my opinion. So I picked Michigan to win and cover.
I mean, North Carolina's got the quarterback. Other than that, it's pretty close. You take Drake May or JJ McCarthy?
JJ McCarthy.
Clearly Drake May.
I take JJ any day of the week.
Dude, Michigan could win a national championship with Drake May.
I'm just a Walmart Wolverine fan, though. So 30 years, I'm a Walmart Wolverine fan.
I thought you were giving me that look. I was just like, "What? You don't think North Carolina? You don't think Michigan's better than North Carolina?"
No.
Like, I was like,
You said they're a little better than North Carolina.
Hey, they haven't played each other.
That's where the face.
I don't know. I don't know who's better. They haven't played each other.
I know who's better. Eddie, who you got? Wait, what'd you get, Dean? Michigan,
Michigan to win and cover.
Eddie?
Yeah, I had that originally, but I had switched it. Although I thought about switching it back when it went from 19 and a half down to 18. Obviously, people are hammering that Minnesota cover, which brought that down because Michigan had their first cover last week. Um, they both suck at covering. Minnesota hasn't covered either this season. So, I mean, I got Michigan winning, and I'm taking the over, even though that's not even a great bet. It's a low enough number. Like it's either Michigan's going to blow them out or it's going to be a low scoring, stupid game
Mm,
where Michigan wins still by 2 touchdowns. So it'd be like 21-10, So it's,
right. Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't worry about it, fellas. Michigan to win, Michigan to cover. People's parlay lock of the week. Boom, boom.
Michigan cover is your lock.
Yes.
Michigan
Michigan
cover.
plus 8 or minus 18.
Let me give you my reasonings. Obviously, Michigan's been dominant on defense this year. Minnesota is tied for 101st in total offense. Michigan's 4th in total defense. I don't see Michigan taking a step back against Minnesota on D. Harbaugh had a more balanced attack against Nebraska last week. That looked pretty good. Minnesota only beat Nebraska by 3 given week 1, but still, they've also given up 37 and 24 points to Northwestern and Louisiana Lafayette, who they played, I think, last week. 31 to UNC, 7:30 game. Harbaugh will have the boys ready to go. I don't think this. I don't think this is going to be a particularly close game. I just think Michigan's defense has played very well, and I put Minnesota on par with Nebraska. I think that's a fair statement.
Fair.
So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I originally had Michigan covering too. It feels right. They can.
yeah, I like it. I like it better that it even went down a point and a half.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm glad people are taking Minnesota cover. So while I'm
I mean,
swimming
they
in my
both
riches,
have been junk at covering. Between them, they've got one cover this year. And it was last week. So hopefully that just means Michigan's going to keep doing it. I mean, that especially now.
well, you almost think you got to chalk it up to they almost played those first 3. Geez, oh, peas, I can't talk tonight. The first 3 season games, the first 3 games of the season as a preseason. That's what it looked like. They got their starters in for the first half and then took them all out. You know what I mean? I think last week, and now that you're getting into conference play, I think you're going to see starters. Oh, I mean, what they took Denegal was in late third quarter, I think. So I don't know. We'll see. I feel pretty good about it. But this will be the week that Harbaugh runs it 80 times and they win 28-0. So, which I mean, that's a cover.
That'd
right?
be
That's
great.
a cover.
I'd love that too. Yeah.
So next up, we've got Western Michigan. Western Michigan. Western Michigans. Western 2-3 at Mississippi State 2-3. Mississippi State is minus 20.5 over under 56.5. I think Dean went first last time. Eddie, you can go first this time.
Yeah, this was another tough one for me. I mean, obviously, obvious to me. I have Mississippi State winning, and I still go back and forth on this now. But I'm going Mississippi. I'm going with the over on the game, and I know that's kind of a big number. It just putting all their numbers together. They've been scoring lately, both teams. They're 6 of 10 combined. They both have gone 3 overs, 2 unders so far. So that's really just my rationale on it. It was kind of a tough one because I just don't trust either one to really cover that. but we'll see.
I have the same thing. I have Mississippi State winning and the over at 56.5. While Western hasn't been great, Mississippi State isn't a good football team either. They're 1-4 against the spread this season. I think Western keeps it within the number, but I'm going to go with the over. Both teams, like you said, Eddie, are 3-2 on the over this season. So I think that's the safest bet out of them all, really.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah. Dean, what do you got?
Yeah. I picked Mississippi State to win as well. I actually picked Western to cover it, though. I think they're going to keep up some momentum and put up enough points to stay within that 20.5.
I almost did that.
They're going to cover with the under, guaranteed now.
No kidding.
It's going to be 28-7 or, 28-10.
Yeah. 9-3.
Oh.
9-3. Oh, what an awful game to watch.
Next up, CMU 3-2 at Buffalo 1-4. Buffalo is plus 3-point underdog at +3, over under 52. I will go first. I put CMU needs to win these types of games if they want to win the division. At Buffalo, I think it may come down to a field goal. Both teams are 4-1 on the over this season. I see that trend continuing. Both defenses aren't very good. I have CMU winning and the over 52. Eddie.
I got CMU winning and covering. I love this game. I mean, if CMU can keep doing what they've been doing, and Buffalo's been a letdown, I really feel like this was close to a lock for me. I really feel very confident that CMU is going to win and cover that at 3 points. But that's the thing. You go back and forth because Buffalo, you thought they were going to be pretty good, and maybe they turn it on at home against a team that's they're going to be fired up to play, no pun intended. But I just think CMU, you're right. CMU has got to win this game, and they've got to hit that. If they win, I can't imagine it'll be less than 3, but that happens all the time. So, but I like CMU.
Nobody knows. Yeah, I agree with what both of you guys said. I think CMU is starting to find their identity a little bit on offense. And like you said, this is a game they should win or have to win if they want to try to win the division. So I picked CMU to win and cover as well.
All right. Next up on the docket, Ball State 1-4 at yeah, boo.
Ball hard State. Let's go.
Justin's favorite MAC team, Ball State.
Yeah. The Cards.
Ball State 1-4 at Eastern 2-3. Eastern -2.5, over under 43. Eddie, who you got?
Who do you think I got? I bet either one of you could name my pick right now.
Yeah.
Ball State?
Never again.
Never again.
EMU,
Never
and they cover. They finally got some stuff going on offense last week. Hopefully they just keep mixing it up with Austin Smith. He had 19 carries, 26 tosses. We talked about it on our episode. Everybody check that out on Saturday when it comes out. But that's where I'm at. Eastern they're at home. They've got to win this game. They should win this game. It's 2.5 points. Come on. Fly, Eagle, fly. Yeah. I don't know. What do they say down there?
Fly, Eagle, fly.
Yeah.
Dean, what you got?
Yeah, for the same reasons I picked CMU, I'm going to pick EMU too. It looked like they were starting to find a rhythm on offense, and hopefully they just keep it going. I mean, like Ball State's a good team to try to execute different stuff or just regular stuff, just to keep it going. So
that was a big pause after
win and cover.
Ball State's a team you got to execute different things on.
Maybe don't try different things. But yeah, EMU to win and cover.
Premium bet. I have the same thing. My only notes is Ball State sucks, and I'll fade them the rest of the year.
This is going to be the game. Ball State.
Probably.
Ball State wins.
We've talked too much about them. Kent State 1-4 at Ohio 4-1. Ohio 26-point favorite, -26, over under 45.5. Dean, who you got?
Yeah, this is. I mean, I picked Ohio to win. It was tough picking either the spread or the over or the under because I don't know how bad Kent State is gonna be. So
I can tell you.
pretty bad. You don't think he'll score anything?
No, but
You think it'll be a goose egg? Eh? I'm picking. I took Ohio and the over. I'm taking the over.
The over. Okay. Over 45.5.
And it's a bold choice. But
I took Ohio to win and the under 45.5. Ohio's not hitting over yet this season. Kent State's not good. They're playing away. You'll probably put up 20 now, but I don't see them scoring more than 10 points at the most. Ohio maybe 28. Give me Ohio in the under.
Yeah, I mean, clearly I got Ohio winning, and I'm the other decision. I took Kent to cover. I don't love it. I I do think it's going to be a close cover either way for both teams.
Yeah.
I think that's an appropriate line, and so I easily see them not covering.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was close to
they
picking
could
that
do
too.
enough to keep it within 4 touchdowns.
I mean, I can see it being 35 to
Right?
Keep it within
3.
4 touchdowns.
Well, I mean, you're closer to 4. If you keep it within 4 touchdowns, you're probably at 26 or less.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. 28-10. There you go.
Yeah. See, like that. That'd be perfect.
You and Dean took the over. Who knows? Probably be an offensive explosion.
Oh yeah.
Next
I
up,
think
number
Ohio's going to
50.
score.
Yeah, they will. I just don't think Kent State will score. That's the thing. I don't think
0-0.
Big old goose egg.
Yeah. Number 12, Oklahoma. The Red River Shootout. Battle of Unbeatens. Number 12, Oklahoma at number 3, Texas. Texas is -5, over under 60.5. Dean, our Big 12 expert, what do you got?
Big 12 expert.
Are they Big 12? Yeah, they're still Big 12, right?
Yeah, they're for now. Yeah. Yeah, this was. I mean, it was tough because both teams are obviously really good. I think Texas. I picked Texas to win. And I mean, it was. I just think that Texas just has just a little bit more on defense and can stop them just a little more. But I picked the over. I think it's going to be a high scoring game.
Ready?
Yeah, I took Texas. I took the under. Texas is 4 out of their 5 games have gone under. Oklahoma is actually only 2 out of their 5 games under. So when you put that together, that's 6 out of 10. That means they got to hit an under. It's high enough, and you could just see it being a struggle.
It's gonna be a battle.
I'm just gonna go with the under. Texas winning feels good. The rest of it's,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I have Texas winning and covering. Texas will win by double digits. And that's what I got. They'll probably be close for a little bit. Texas will pull away. Next up, number 23 LSU 3-2 at number 21 Missouri 5-0, +4, a 4-point underdog for Missouri, over under 64.5. We'll go with Eddie first. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got LSU winning the game. I almost considered this next part my lock. I'm taking the over. I thought of it for the lock. I'm still back and forth, but LSU has only been over this year. Missouri has only been under once. So between them, they've only gotten under one time. So the over feels really good, obviously.
Yeah.
That being said, so yeah, I'm taking LSU in the over, and it'll probably be a defensive struggle or something. But
I'm with you. I had LSU in the for the same reason. Wait, did you say that's a lock?
no, I really thought about it.
Oh, okay. I really
You
like
wanted it to be my lock?
that. Just
Well,
means
tough
something
Nuggets.
else is bet. Tough nugs. Yeah, I had else exactly what I said or what you said. Big number. I felt like that was a really big number.
I think that's the only reason I didn't go with the lock on that.
But I still think it will be over. So LSU over 65, 64 and a half. Dean?
Yeah, I also picked LSU. I think this could be the fall of Missouri for the rest of the year. They got a really tough schedule coming up. It'll either be a fall or a spark for them, but I picked LSU to win and to cover.
Next up, number 11, Alabama, 4-1 at Texas A&M, 4-1. Line is at +1.5 for Texas A&M, over under 46. I don't have a lot of notes on this, mainly because I just took Alabama to win and cover, especially now it's at 1.5. Alabama to win and cover, and I have my reasons. Eddie, you're up.
I have my
Same.
reasons.
Bama win and cover.
Dean?
It's high, baby. This is my stone cold lock.
There it is.
Somebody said I liked Bama boys, and I'm going with Bama to win and cover.
Bama covers your lock.
I like that one. That's right.
Yeah, that's why I took Alabama.
As well.
That's my reasonings.
I
I knew you were gonna take them, so that was why I was like, oh, I'm taking them for sure.
I mean, in a
Ride
game
the
like
high end.
this, it seems.
So that's also people's parlay plus a premium bet.
Oh,
Yeah. Premium. Number 20, Kentucky, 5-0 at number 1, Georgia, 5-0. A lot of unbeaten this week. Georgia minus 14.5, over under 47.5. We have Georgia winning, Kentucky to cover. Georgia is not covered yet this season. Kentucky's 4-1 against the spread. Everything in me says Georgia will kill Kentucky, but numbers don't lie, and got to go with the numbers. So Georgia to win, Kentucky to cover. Ed, who you got?
Yeah, I took the exact same thing for the exact same things you said, and that's why Kentucky's my lock. At plus 14.5.
All right.
Kentucky to win.
Kentucky to cover.
Oh, okay.
Georgia
I was
win.
like,
Georgia to win.
My goodness.
But
I
like
was
Bill
like, what a
said, I mean, you
lock.
look at it, Georgia has not covered. They haven't been incredibly impressive either. Kentucky hasn't really played anybody that serious, but they've covered every time except the one. And so,
Nice.
Yeah,
I like
I
it.
mean, I also picked Georgia to win. I think it'll be a tough test for them. That close game against Auburn could be telling. So I picked the over on that.
Okay. All right. 47.5.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. I like that.
Picked a lot of overs.
Number 10, Notre Dame, 5-1 at number 25, Louisville, 5-0. Louisville is a 6-point underdog at +6, over under 54. Dean, who'd you go with?
I took Notre Dame to win and cover. I think they're trying to bounce back after the loss to Ohio State. So,
Okay. Eddie?
yeah, I took the same thing. I mean, Notre Dame just played all around better competition. They've played well, and they just look better in general.
Yeah, no, I have Notre Dame winning and covering as well. You guys had it too.
Yep.
Is that what you said? Okay. Louisville's run has been nice, but not overly impressive. Notre Dame is 4-1-1 against the spread this season. Louisville's good. I just think Notre Dame's better. So, next up, number 24, Fresno State 5-0 at Wyoming 4-1. 6 over under 44.5. I'll go first, and even though Fresno State was discourteous, it's very discourteous.
Wait, what was that? It's Fresno at where? What? They're at Wyoming.
At
Or Wyoming's
Wyoming.
at Fresno.
No, Fresno at Wyoming.
Okay.
Is that not right?
No, I just completely missed it.
I can.
I don't
can
have it
check.
written down at all.
Oh,
I didn't look into it even a little. So
Well,
I
it
want
is-
you guys to go first. What was the line
This is
on
from
that?
the heart. This is truly from the
Fresno.
heart.
So yeah. So even though Fresno State was slightly discourteous to me last week on the parlay, I still think they win and cover at Wyoming. Wyoming's 81st in total defense, 113th in total offense. Fresno's D has been pretty good. They're 14th in the country in total defense. Fresno wins by double digits.
Oh, what was the line?
It was +6 for Wyoming.
44 and a half.
44 and a half.
So, Dean, who you got?
Yeah, I picked Fresno to win and cover as well. I think it's just kind of riding the hot hand. It's kind of what I'm going with right now. And I think they should beat Wyoming. So
Okay. Eddie?
Yeah, I'll take the same. I like what you guys are putting down here. I mean, I think I would have picked that anyhow. +6. I mean, or -6 for Fresno. That's a pretty
And they
tasty line.
They got a little taste of the top 25.
Yeah, a little
They
tasty.
want more. Wyoming.
Are they 25th now?
24.
24. So that's a premium bet
24th,
too.
yeah.
Isn't it?
Oh,
I'm just shooting out little lasers over here.
quick. I just wanted to do this because I thought it'd be interesting to see what you guys thought. William and Mary 4-0 at Virginia 0-5. No line. Who do you guys got?
I mean, William. If you look at William Mary's schedule, this is their game. This is their national championship type game right now. The biggest team they're going to play, but they should lose. Virginia should win if they want to hold any type of respect. So, I picked Virginia. I mean, they should win. I don't know. That's all I got. That's what I got.
No, I thought the same thing. I looked at William and Mary's schedule. I was like, Virginia will win. So
yeah, Virginia's played close enough in their
Yeah.
games, other than Maryland and Tennessee, to where. And William and Mary just lost to Elon.
Yeah. Something like that.
Not even Musk, just Elon.
Just Eli.
no, I thought they were undefeated.
No, they're 4-1.
Oh, I have it 4-0 as well. But I looked at their schedule. I have undefeated on here, but I'm like, yeah, they lost to Eli.
I'm probably off.
They might not. I don't know. I thought I saw that though. So, but Virginia should win.
Yeah,
Needless to say.
Even if they
Yeah.
were 5-0.
No, they're 4-0.
It
They're
doesn't
4-0.
matter. Yeah, I guess.
Did they lose to Elon?
Musk? No. Yes, they lost to Elon 14-6.
Tough defensive game.
Defensive battle.
The tens of fans were going crazy.
We're invigorated by the defense in honor of Dick Butkus.
In honor.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Breaking news. Next up, Syracuse 4-1 at number 14, North Carolina, who is undefeated at 4-0.
Who knows? Who's better, North Carolina or Michigan?
North Carolina
Nobody knows because they haven't played each other.
9.5 over under 60. I have North Carolina winning and the under 60. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't like the number. I could see UNC winning by 7. UNC is 2-2 on the over. Syracuse has only gone over once, so I took the lesser of 3 evils or 4 evils and took the under.
Is that against Western?
I believe so.
That makes sense.
So, Dean?
Yeah, I picked the same thing. North Carolina to win and the under.
Okay.
Yeah, it was tough because both of those teams have only missed one cover apiece, right? So it was like, who's not gonna do it? I mean, I took North Carolina to win. I actually took the over. I know Syracuse is an under team, but it's a pretty manageable number, and both the teams have been scoring a bit lately. I mean, why not?
I was on the fence with it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's what Vegas
Thank you
wants
for not
to
lying
do.
to me.
I would never.
Yeah.
I'm like this big.
I think you just did.
I'm this big. I'm not. I would never lie to you.
Next up, Colorado 3-2 at Arizona State 1-4. Arizona State is a 4-point underdog, +4 over under 60. Eddie, who you got?
I mean, I don't see how Colorado doesn't win and cover. This was out of the 3 games I almost considered my lock, and this was definitely one of them. So you wonder what's going on. Like, what do they know?
Yeah.
But yeah, Colorado to win and cover. I just don't. Yeah. Even without Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I agree. I had the same thing. Colorado to win and cover.
Premium.
Premium.
Oh, sorry, Dean, you can finish.
That's premium. Yeah, no, I didn't have anything. There's no reason that they shouldn't win. They've gotten beaten up the last couple of weeks, so I think they really.
And they played you. They came back against USC. Mm-hmm. I don't see how Colorado is not 5 points better than Arizona State.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Or now 4, I guess. It went down a point. So, don't. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, well, what do they know? What happened? Is Shadur hurt or what's going on? So
right.
Last game on the slate this week, number 13, Washington State 4-0 travels to UCLA 3-1. UCLA is a 3.5 point favorite, -3.5 over under 60.5. Dean, we'll start with you.
Yeah. I mean, this was a tough one for me because Washington State's ranked pretty high and UCLA isn't. They only have the one loss. But I mean, they did lose to the first good team they played. UCLA did. And they only put up 7 points when they did. Washington State obviously beat Oregon State. I picked Washington State purely based on that, but I mean, I was really on the fence for them to obviously win and cover. But
Eddie?
Yeah, I took the same. It was kind of tough. I mean, UCLA is not a bad team, but Wazoo has been making it happen. This is easily their biggest game outside of Pullman this year, and so UCLA was ranked until they lost to Utah. But I like Wazoo to win and cover that.
Oh. Well, dang it! I wanted to end on a premium bet, but
that's premium.
Premium again.
That's premium.
You're like the girl that's on every burnt CD remix.
I know. I was going for the super bad,
I mean,
Wazoo's even getting points on this.
I know.
Yeah.
I said my notes were Washington State not being favored here is crazy to me. Washington State is 3-1 against the spread this season, and I think they'll be 4-1 after this weekend. So against the spread.
Very nice.
So, all right. So the People's Parlay, it's at 1-3 this year. Sorry for that last week. Actually, Nevada screwed me over. I don't know how you let someone score with 11 seconds to go
To cover, baby.
to cover.
And then Eddie, you took Kentucky to cover. Is that
Yeah.
what it was?
Plus 14.5.
Yeah. So the People's Parlay this week, I have Michigan at -18. Dean has Alabama at -1.5. Kentucky, Roll Tide, his Bama boys. Kentucky, Eddie has Kentucky at plus 14.5. That's another plus 595 for the parlay.
Plus
And
595.
plus 595 right now. Yep. It's
Ooh.
pretty standard, I think.
Yeah.
I think one week we had 601 and 622. So doesn't happen often. But yeah. All right. Well, that will do it for this episode. You guys have anything you want to get off your chest? Maybe maybe a little heart-to-heart sesh we can get going real quick.
Nope.
Yeah, nah, man. I did run my own little Michigan Mac school parlay with my lock. I did CMU to cover, EMU to cover, Western Michigan money line to lose, and and the Kentucky plus 14.5. And I felt like that was a pretty good parlay.
What was it? Like plus 300?
Just bet it
Plus
and you'll find
600?
out. You want to make some money this weekend?
Follow me.
Eesh.
So, yeah, I hear you. All right. Well, good job last week, fellas, and good luck this weekend. To everyone out there, thank you for watching, and good luck this weekend as well. Dean, take us out of here.
Sports Talk! Oh.